Hello, everybody. I hope I find you all well. Look at this. Sorry, I'm chuckling. It's exactly 8:11. Thank you, universe. That's all I can say is thank you. Thank you, my guides. Thank you, my angels. Thank you, everything. Whew. So I'm just going to double check and make sure I am live. It says I am live. Just got to get that one off of there. And there I am. Okay, you guys. Anybody is new to me, my name is Ernestine Day, and I am the Soulful Guitarist. And I get to channel energy from source through me, through my guitar, without using words. And then, what? How time you start thinking, how long has it been? I think it's now 4.5 years to start using a looper. It opened a part of me that was inside of me, just didn't have an avenue way to express itself. So my life and my world musically has just shifted. I've shifted because of my music. Yeah. So I've had a very, very busy few days, as some of you guys know. And I just need not to talk to people for about a week would be good, right? It's just too much. It's too much now. I need a break from people. So here we go. Yeah, people don't comprehend or really understand or don't want to understand, whatever, that I don't talk to people. And I sincerely mean what I say. I don't talk to people. I have to have a reason. And it's not the fact of saying, hi, how are you? Right? You can send me a text message like that. You can send me a DM like that. But to actually call and say, start trying to talk, I can't do it. My body can't handle it. And yeah, I'm still decompressing from yesterday. And I'll be well. Anyway, let's see where we go. there is amazing energy that shifted in me, I'll put it that way. And it's, is I don't try, because I'm not in control, but I don't ever try to control what I do. I just step in and trust and just, and every time I come on here, I just never know what song can be played, let alone how it wants to be played. It just, I never know. And to step into that being so vulnerable in the moment, right? Okay, let's see where we go. And all it takes me is hit that, you know, I might sit there and go like this or something. You know, I'll sit there like this, and then all of a sudden I'll hit something. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, okay. Let's see where this takes us, and that's what happens. And the Langley Pride Society had their second Christmas mingle, and and sorry, that. Thank you, Kirsty. Just. When I said, as I was saying, that was 3:33 exact. Oh, I've been seeing these numbers, God, constantly for the last 2 weeks, very loud. And also the fact is I'm paying attention too. So anyway, I did a 20-minute set for the Langley Pride Christmas mingle. And anyway, so I did whatever came, and I was sitting there, I was struggling, like I was saying up at home, you know, whatever. And then, okay, there we are. Boom, right, I'm right in it. And so anyway, when I was done, and I was walking around after, when there was a bit of a break, and this lady that I know, she called me over, and she goes, I really like that second song. So it was her way to say, those other songs are like boring. You need to do something like what you did on the second song. And I just heard this and I just chuckled. I said, well, I'm not in control. Spirit takes over. I have no control. And I'm sure she was, well, what does that mean? And that just speaks right there. And known, because we've all started, but there's always been something in us deep inside that we feel and we sense and we move with that. We've always been that. And so it's like people are saying, and it's true, it's, you know, we're letting go of so much, and we're not stepping in, we're being exactly who we are. We're showing up exactly as we are. And yeah. Okay, let's see where we go. I am in awe of what I get to do and just hang out with you guys the way I do. And because I'm literally hanging out with myself. Yeah. I've never considered myself a good guitar player. Never. And it was actually 2 years ago. Yeah, November, December of 2023. And it was one of those times when I was just listening back to myself. It was actually alive afterwards, right? And I was listening back, and I'm listening, and I realized, fuck, I'm not too shabby. It's like, I'm not. It's like what I do. It's just like, wow. And, here I am today. It's like the same person, same everything, but there's this incredible expansion within me, which reflects in what's being played and how it's being shared. It's I don't understand. I don't need to understand. I just go for this magical ride. And so let's see where we go next. I'm quite exhausted, to be quite honest. I don't do well. I cannot handle well the external world. And in the last week, I've never talked so much on the phone in years, and I mean years. But I knew it was necessary. And, we had the meeting on Friday, and then so much, like, I just in friggin' awe of all of this and what's arisen. And it's, the people that I live with here, and that's why I don't associate with the outside world, because they're into chaos, they're into drama, talking about other people, and I have no time, I have no energy for that. I even had one lady say to me, she goes, "Can we be friends?" And I said, "No, I don't want to be friends with anybody here. Nobody." Which is true. It's not personal. It's about me looking after my personal well-being. They don't understand. I don't live in their world. I don't think the way they think. I've never thought that way. Doesn't mean I haven't gone through processes of even though I was 3 years, as some of you guys know my story there. And it's like, that doesn't mean that hasn't come up, but that's not who I am. And as I've grown and expanded and really pay attention to my feelings, my body, my gut, my instincts, my intuition, you name it, right down the list. And because it wasn't that many years ago, and I mean not that many, is through every experience that we go through in life is an opportunity to learn, grow, and expand within ourselves. It's an opportunity, plain and simple. So even when you're in something, and no matter who you're in, whatever you're dealing with, it could be another person, it could be somebody else's behavior, it could be anything. And you can decide, are you going to step into that energy and engage on that level? Or are you going to stay within your, stay connected to you? And I have to look after my energy. And I'm the only one who knows how to look after my energy. And I'm learning better all the time. I even turned this one lady, like, this, the amount of people I've met in the last week, it's just, wow. And I got this one lady, first, like your first phone call with anybody is, and she was the one that turned around and said, "Can we be friends?" And I went, "No, I don't want to be friends with anybody." And it's not, I chose my word the way I did. It's just, that's how I feel. And because as I was going to say this, I don't want her to think it's not about her, because it's not about her. It's anybody in here. And that's why I stated, I don't want to be friends with anybody. And I still don't want to be friends with anybody here. Some of these people, and the same person who wanted to be friends, the first phone call was over 2 hours. She called the next day, and that one was another hour, 2 hours. Then she called, and I was busy, and I answered the phone. I said, "I'm busy, I'll call you back." Right, that was fine. 15 minutes later, boom, she's calling again. I answered. I said I would call you back. "Well, you haven't called me back." I said, "I'm still busy." And I'm going, what is going on with this lady? Like, and then a couple of my cohorts that are doing this, they said, she drinks. That would answer it. So the morning of the meeting, because the night before I sent her this big long text, setting some boundaries. And there are nice boundaries, very clear. So the morning of the meeting, she calls. She goes, I didn't like the way that you messaged me. You know what? I said my message. I said, excuse me? I only spoke about what you, how often you've called, how long you've kept me on the phone for. And I got to ask you a question. I'm just going to ask you outright. Do you drink? She goes, yes. I said, thank you. Thank you for being truthful about that. And so a couple, whatever it was said, and hung up, and I was doing something here, and I went, I need to call her back. And what I said to her was, I want you to know something. The person I'm talking to this morning, I like talking to that person. I really do. The person I've been dealing with on the phone, which is the person that's drinking, I don't like, and I don't want to speak to that one. Right? And I was honest but truthful, because you can be honest and truthful, but at the same time clear, and not shaming somebody to feel ashamed. And then she tries to say to me, well, you told me you drink. I said, I never said no such thing, because I don't talk to people about my private life. And on top of that is I have a bottle in my freezer here that's been there for like 2 years. I might as well say I don't drink. I have the odd shot. The odd time. And I don't like people trying to tell me, too, when I'm saying something I never said. No. And why would I be talking to you over the last 4 or 5 days, whatever it was, about drinking alcohol? No, it's just something came to my attention, and all it is for me is, well, I'm just going to ask her, but I'll do it nicely, right? I knew that. And I just asked her, do you drink? She goes, yeah. And I'm glad I got to tell her that I liked just talking to this one, because when the other one that's drinking can't talk to you, and I don't want to talk to you when you're drinking. So that was fine. That was yesterday morning. And yesterday, twice after the meeting, she called twice. Never left a voice message. You don't leave a voice message, I'm not responding. And then my cohort, she called her too. Like, what the fuck, right? So I told this other person, I said, don't hesitate to block her. Don't hesitate. If you feel you need to do that, you do that. I said, I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. And guess who called this morning? I did not answer. And again, she did not leave a voice message. So I sent her a text. Because in my long text I sent the other day, told her that we are very busy people. We're dealing with a whole bunch of people here that need our help and want to do things for themselves to get to deal with this abuse that we're dealing with. And I said, I don't have time for chatting with people. And my only reason for being on here is the fact is that I have knowledge, I have experience that can help us resolve our problem here, our situation. And that's the only reason why I got involved, because nobody had access to me. Nobody here. But guess what? But the only reason why they have access to me is because of this. And once this is over, it does, what, hey, how you doing? That kind of thing. Or send me a text message. Give me a text. I find what I've been finding is if I have to talk to these people, I have to find the words to talk to them that they can comprehend and understand. Like, I'm not saying they're stupid. It's just how I speak, it doesn't mean they understand what I'm really saying, because they're not totally connected to themselves. They're still, in that other program or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm just getting tired. But I'm just proud of myself, how I've been dealing with this. And, and the beautiful part with all my other cohorts, they all text. We all text back and forth. But we know if we really need to talk about something specifically, let's talk. It just happened naturally, except for that one person. So this afternoon, I did up another message. I said, I'm going to make this a very clear boundary. I told you we are busy people. We're trying to help so many people here. We also have our personal private lives. And we need to look after our emotional well-being individually. We all have to do that. And I don't have time for you to be calling me. I didn't say the word for no reason. I just don't have time for you or anybody else to call me, unless you actually have a good reason. And she's one of these people who cries wolf. It is emergency. You talk to her. It's not. It's the same old shit, same old pile. Nope. Right? And I told her from now on, don't call me and don't call my cohort. If you need to speak to us, you text message us. You can text us. And we'll see where it goes from here. Because if she keeps calling me or my cohort here, I will just block her. I don't want to do that to her. But I cannot tolerate her not respecting my boundaries and caring for us with what we, very quickly, I already said the word abuse, that's what we're dealing with here. There's people that have lived here 20, 30 years, and what they've been through, dealing with which is the resident caretaker. He's a bully, he's a narcissist, he threatens people with eviction. Like, these are all elderly people, for fuck's sake. And that's why I stepped in. And the magic that unfolded was amazing yesterday. Very quickly. Where I live, it's owned and operated by Lions Grove Estates. The Lions, they have a board of directors. We all know organizations have board of directors. And, they may have employees like here. This is a residential place, so we have a caretaker. He wants to call himself a manager. No, you don't deserve that title. I'm going to call you the resident caretaker, right? And he's been violating these people, abusing them verbally. There's a sweet lady who lives beside me here. She was here a couple of months, and she told me that she knocked on my door, but I never answered. Like, if I'm on here, I don't hear the door. I'm in here, and I can hear the door. It's right there, but I'm in the music. It's in my ears. I don't hear anything externally. And so she had tried a couple times knocking on my door and stuff. And then one day we met in the hallway. And first thing she says to me, Doug is the name. Doug, the caretaker here, told me that you and another lady here complained about me making noise. I said, what? No such thing. No. And she goes, you didn't? I said, no. Right? So here's the sickening part of all this, you guys. Just before this woman moved in here, like maybe a week before she moved in here, she had breast cancer. She was having her breast removed. So when she moved in here, she just literally had a surgery. And within, I don't know, it was a week or 2 weeks, whatever, Doug called her up and said, I've got complaints about you, blah, blah, blah. Right? That shook that lady up. She was just horrified. He's a mind fucker. That's what we're dealing with. And that's elder abuse. That's part of, like, there's womanizing in here to women, asking them out on dates. sexualizing. The things I've learned in the last week. I knew he was bad, but this is disgusting. I've always believed to speak truth. I've always been about truth. And I cannot stand by and watch somebody hurt and not ignore it. I can't. It's not in me. And this is what unfolded. Sorry, I was going to say this very quickly, and here I am still talking. At the meeting on Friday, I went and introduced myself to every person as they were coming in. Then one of my cohorts, she says, that woman down there, da, da, da. I said, okay, I'll go talk to her, right? Because I don't trust their judgment. I'm sorry. They're nice people, but holy shit. And so I went down and I said, hi, I'm Ernestine. She said, she said, I'm Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. Glad you're here. And so I just we're just chatting, and I forgot I had actually talked to her on the phone already. Because I talk to so many people. It's crazy. And so, and I said, have you had any situation with Doug? And she just very carefully worded it this way. Yeah, she goes, I'm totally aware about his womanizing. And I went, okay, good girl, And so then, I told her, we're just sort of quickly chatting some information. And then all of a sudden she goes, I'm on the board at the Lions. You live on the complex and you're also on the board. She goes, yes. I've been looking for you. So I went on to say to her, all these letters that I've written in, I've gotten no response from the board of directors. Never. In the 4 years I've been here, not one single response from the board of directors. We have a governing body here in the province of British Columbia. It's called the RTB, the Residential Tenancy Board, and it's an act, it's a legislation act. And that means that every place that's rental is mandatory to operate and conduct their premises according to the RTB Act. In other words, you cannot violate a tenant's rights, because these are their rights, these are your rights, this is your responsibility, blah, blah, blah. It's very clear. And yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot when I go to say stuff, it just throws me off. But anyway, so I told her this, and she goes, can I have copies of all that? I said, you sure as hell can. I got her phone number. And so we went on with the meeting. And then when I came home, I have a threatening letter from the president of the board. The same person I hand-delivered a letter for 3 years ago. Hand-delivered. They threatened me. Accusing me of stuff. So guess what I did? I called Elizabeth. Oh, by the way, it's just not me got a letter. 3 of us got a letter. Threatening letters. And I started laughing. So I called Elizabeth, read it to her. Told her 2 other people got the same kind of letter. I haven't read theirs yet. She goes, give me copies. You got it. And you know what the wonderful part is? She's a retired cop. Thank you. Thank you, universe. Because I don't give up. And I told her very clear, I'm not giving up till Doug is fired, and he's banned from this property forever. And that Tom Latter is removed as the president of the board and can never be a member or on the board of directors, and he's banned from this property. Gone. And I said, I won't stop until that happens. She understood. It's been a lot. It has been a lot. And tomorrow I'm not taking one fucking call. I told everybody, like, just, You can message me on Messenger. I'll respond when I'm able to. Text me. I'll text you back when I'm able to. But I don't want to talk to anybody. I can't talk because I have to think. I don't want to think. Because it's just, yeah. But on that beautiful note, thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to go and relax for a bit. In fact, I'm going to go to bed. I think that's a good idea for this gal. Go to bed, relax, and tomorrow's a new day. So I sure as hell felt better this morning, but as the day rolls and you're talking to people, that energy, my body can't handle it anymore. And that's what I'm figuring out. I'm just figuring this out. Anyway, hugs and loves, everybody. Have